Hi, I'm Rebecca Kastl, the accidental mystic. I had a spiritually transformative experience in my 20s. It lasted for 2 years while I was healing from an assault. And the experience started when I just wrote that I wanted to live by the light and help other people live by the light in my journal. And I had been on this long healing journey, and then I saw all this stuff and had all this stuff happen to me. I had 2 year long near death like or spiritually transformative experience. And now I talk about it because I'm hoping everyone will have this happen or their own version of it. So if you're here, welcome. I would love to have you at any of my stuff. I have a new membership, the Heal Your Heart membership. I also have a class coming up, which is what I'm going to be talking about today. So I have a workshop, a new workshop I'm teaching. It's called Ascension Tools, but basically I'm going to be sharing all the stuff that helped me during and after my awakening. And I made a lot of mistakes. I got really confused, and I'm hoping that my time going through all of this when I didn't know what was happening to me will help you as you hopefully go through something like this. It's not meant to be scary. What happened to me was that I saw a light. I saw that everyone was a beautiful soul. I became aware of myself as a spiritual being. And then I had to decide, was it real or not? All of that stuff. But also some practices really helped me ground in this experience or get balanced within it. Because I did swing between trying to escape the planet forever, only wanting to try to feel that light, basically curling up as much as I could to try to just get back to the light after it ended. And then, over time, learning ways that helped me stay grounded in it. And also, I'm going to hopefully help y'all today in this video and at this workshop to go a little deeper about, how to understand that you're not actually going crazy. You're just having an awakening, and ways to help this awakening process feel more gentle and less scary. I got really scared just because I thought I was losing my mind. It felt at the soul level, it felt very healing and very incredibly connecting and beautiful. But at the mental level, I freaked out a lot. It took me months into my experience to just to vibe with it, not try to stop it, and to just accept it. I'll always remember that weird shaman. Sorry, I'm kidding. You're not weird. I'm weird. When I went to go see him the first day, he was like, it's okay. We're all schizophrenic. The whole world is a dream. And I always remember he also said, you're just having an intellectual crisis. It will be over soon. I was like, yeah, I'm having an intellectual crisis. I'm seeing things. I'm seeing lights. I don't know what's happening. But it really wasn't such a big deal. If I can help you not freak out the way I freaked out, I would be so glad. So some tools that have helped me, and we'll dive deeper in this workshop, is energy body practices. So I now, especially now, I learned then, and I do a lot more now, kind of bringing light through each energy center and getting balanced within that. So, the way the energy's been going, like after my experience ended, and then now it's getting so strong that I have to basically every day, as I'm talking, I'm doing it every day. I have to ground into the light in my body, because I really believe we're becoming this light. That's why there's so much coming up. Often as we get aligned with the light that we come from, trauma will come out, mental things that have blocked us will come out, and, any other things that have been kind of hidden. So, doing your healing work in whatever way you do, not avoiding it, but actually letting yourself feel and heal what you need to heal, obviously with a trusted professional is ideal. And then, letting that light go through you, because if you're only in your head with all of this light, it can be very imbalancing. But if you're able to ground into it and get centered in it and really just become that beautiful light that we come from, it's a lot easier. And I think we're all heading there anyway. So you can make it a lot less bumpy if you just kind of get a hold on it. Get a hold of your energy body, learn about how you feel from the inside. No one can really tell you better than you how you're feeling and where you're feeling your energy. I think ultimately the goal is that we will all feel it for ourselves, and you don't need to come to other people to help you, but we're all here to help each other. So of course that's helpful, but you could close your eyes and get to know what's going on for you internally. It's pretty important. I think the more that we continue on this journey on the planet, that's what I'm hoping, is that I went through all of this I think 20 years ago. It's a long time ago. I went through all of this 20 years ago so I could help y'all with some of the stuff I learned. Otherwise, what was the point? Um, so yeah, the energy body balancing practices are really helpful. This is like chakra visualizations. I can link some of what I do, but a lot of it's just internal experiential stuff with the light. Breathing practices, really helpful to stay grounded. Prayer practices, talking to your angels, to source, to God, creator, just like having that conversation and that dialogue. And really overall is trusting your heart. I had this whole experience because I was listening to my heart and wanting to feel my heart outside of whatever the world told me. And that's what led to my awakening. So trusting your heart and your inner knowing more than anything, more than me, more than, you know your heart's connected at all times. And so that to me is the compass that you need to steer by and let yourself be guided by, because that will lead you to an experience of your soul. And if your soul is really out of alignment with your outer world, that might be overwhelming. We've built an outer world that is not in alignment with spirituality or with our souls. So it looks, sometimes as you have an awakening, you're going to find that you need to change different things about your outer life. But, your soul is always going to be okay. You're always going to be all right. If you're in alignment with your soul and working towards that alignment with source and the light, it's okay if things fall away. It's easy for me to say that now because I'm just talking. When I've gone through that, it's actually really hard. During my ST, it wasn't hard because I could feel the light so brightly that I just knew it didn't matter. Anything that didn't fit within that light, I didn't care about. Then it ended and it was like trying, we don't get to just leave. I've had to live 18 years since, and I go through things and it's hard and I'm still having to figure it out. So it's not easy to just actually go through the experience of things out of alignment with your soul, getting back into alignment with your soul and letting other things go. But ultimately it's for the best. You don't need things that are out of alignment with you. It can be very overwhelming to get to know yourself as a light body or as a spirit or as a soul, because it requires a lot of honesty. It requires a lot of truth about who you actually are, but you're up to the task and there's nothing actually bad about you. At least from what I've seen in my spiritual experiences, you're just a lot of love, and allowing yourself to feel that love is what can really change us and really is actually who you really are. We just have these mental loops and mental stories that have told us we're not that. At least in my experience, I just saw everyone's beautiful and loving and full of love and light. But we can choose to align with that, or we can choose to not align with it. So it's up to you really. But yeah, that's what we're going to be talking about on Saturday, August 8th, going a little deeper into my favorite energy practices for staying balanced, my favorite breathwork practices for staying grounded in our bodies, because breath is so important. Grounding practices, my stepdad taught me some beautiful meditations in nature, like honoring the 4 directions. That was so helpful. But there's other ways to get grounded, sitting by a tree. So we're going to talk and share about some of those practices. All of these were really important because the awakening that hopefully we're all going through, it can seem really fancy. There's some cool stuff on the internet about the world, and I feel like everything's very alarmist, but actually you're just becoming a vessel. You're becoming this love and this light and this peace, and it's not really freaky. It's just kind of nice. But it's only freaky because of the parts of you that are out of alignment. But everything it shouldn't be as scary as it was for me. That's what I'm hoping. So I'm here and I would love to work with you. I would love to see you at this workshop. I think it's going to be, my workshops are always really supportive and, loving, and we learn from everyone. I do hold space and I do teach what I know, but everyone has wisdom. And I always invite y'all to share that too. If you have practices that have helped you or things that have helped you on your journey. I think we all have different ways that we awaken and different pathways to our awakening. And, one of the things I've been thinking about a lot this week is that, a lot of this awakening stuff or this spirituality stuff has been hidden or kind of this esoteric, and it's not for everyone. Only a few people can do these special things. all the movies that I've watched. Like my daughter's into superhero movies right now. She's been watching them with her dad, and it's like, oh, this special school, you have to go to a mountain. And like, will we even have any more movies once people realize we can all do this? It's not going to seem that exciting or special, but I mean, we all have this ability and we can all tune into it. And I think that's what we're hopefully working towards and going towards. It shouldn't be that exciting. Like I shouldn't have to go tell this story over and over again on the internet because y'all should be like, oh yeah, we've all had this happen. Why are you talking about it? That's what the goal is. So everyone will have their own version of awakening. It might not look like mine. You might not think an angel is going to be your boyfriend. You might just, you will have something totally different. And everyone, all my favorite indie ears at spiritual experiences, we all have a little bit of the pie and we all have a little bit of a different take on it, but it's all valuable. And I would love to have you have your own awakening. There would be another piece of the pie where you're aligning with your soul and you're sharing that with us and with your family and your neighbors. And so it's just going to feel like love. It does not have to be overwhelming. If it feels overwhelming, I'm here. A lot of us are here. I got extremely overwhelmed and then I wanted to leave the planet forever. I'm still here. Begrudgingly, no, I'm just kidding. I'm trying to be a more positive spiritual teacher who likes being on the planet and loves teaching. I love teaching. Love getting to know y'all, and I do like it for that reason. So, getting to know y'all specifically, personally, in sessions and groups, so that is worth it. I think it's going to get easier to be on the planet the more of us align with this energy and create a loving society. I think it's going to get a lot easier for us to be here. So let's all have our awakenings. And if you want to dive deeper, come join me next Saturday. I'll put the link below. Love y'all so much.